There was a time when this house was filled with joy. A grandfather holding his granddaughter. It was a place of warmth, of love, of memories. But time is cruel, and sometimes the weight of the past becomes too heavy to bear. Born in the 1930s, Mr. Holmes grew up in a world vastly different from the one we know today. After serving in the army for most of his adult life, he longed for a quiet place to call his own. A place to build a future, a family, and a home. He met his wife, and together they built just that. They raised a daughter, watched her grow, and spent decades side by side, filling the house with love, with laughter, with the everyday moments that make up a lifetime. But love, as beautiful as it is, can also bring the deepest sorrow. When his wife passed away, everything changed. Every room, object, quiet moment was a reminder of what he had lost. The weight of it was all too much, so one day he left. He walked away from everything. His home, his cars, his furniture, without even looking back. Moving just an hour away, he wanted to start fresh, in a new house with all new belongings. He replaced everything, but some things just couldn't be replaced. He spent his last years cherishing time with his daughter and granddaughter, capturing every moment through photos and videos, preserving the memories he was just too afraid to lose. Then, in 2021, he was taken to hospice care. The house, his whole life, stood empty for just a year before he passed away. And now it sits untouched, abandoned, frozen in time. Even now, electricity still runs inside. The power company placed a lien on the house, making the bills impossible to pay. His own family can't even afford to reclaim what was once theirs. And so it remains, stuck between the past and the present. A house that was once a home, now a forgotten monument to love, loss, and the passage of time. This is, without a doubt, the saddest abandoned house I've ever explored.
So we're starting this video off right here in the basement where we have the garage. And I did want to show you guys that this place is truly abandoned. I mean, we saw a little bit of the house already and it's so clean, but down here we could really tell how abandoned this place actually is. Take a look at all this mold on the wall, insulation just falling, and the two Toyotas that are left in this garage. Oh my gosh, this is unreal. Never seen anything like it. And just the decay that's, happening to this car. All the insulation falling on it. It's really rotting. The tires have been flat. And these two probably have pretty low miles. And they were most likely taken care of too. Jeez. Yeah, very clean interior. A little bit of mold forming right there on the steering wheel. But and there's still tons of papers and clothes, blankets still inside. And these cars are just slowly rotting away. It's insane to see. So then leaving the garage, we have the stairs going up to the front door and the main level. And we also have this kind of unfinished basement section right here, which we're not going to spend a lot of time in. Just laundry stuff and just miscellaneous basement things. Nothing really too interesting. But here we have it. Once we go up the stairs, we have the front door. We have the two tall vertical glass windows on each side for great natural lighting. And so this is what you see when you first walk into this house. Oh my gosh. So we have hardwood floor for most of it. And then once we get into the kitchen area, we have tiling. Very common to see, but I mean, this place is just incredible. It's so sad as well. The power still works, even with all the decay inside here. All the food still left behind. We have some muffins right here. They're all moldy. Stuff still in the box. And all the cupboards all stocked with plates and cutlery and everything. Look at that. And there's water in the sink, so the water may even work still, but I'm not sure. And I mean, you could wash dishes, do whatever, and you can take a look outside. Great natural lighting, and look at your backyard and whatnot. Here we have a lot more decay as well. Just the water damage is really taking over this place slowly. The whole kitchen kind of is, slowly falling apart. But we still have like a hot water kettle. There's paper for him. And what to do if he has high blood sugar or low blood sugar. This is insane. And here we have his walker too. As he got older, he wasn't really able to walk around on his own, so how to use this. To grandpa. Wow. He was just someone's loved one, someone's grandpa, and now, everything he owned is just left behind here. And it seems like no one cares. And I think that's really heartbreaking, and everyone's life tells a story, and this one is just being slowly forgotten, and I don't think that's right. If we open the fridge, everything does seem like it was taken out. I mean, even though the fridge is empty, it smells terrible. But right here we have shelves, tons of mugs and everything. The phone right here still works. It's all dusty and moldy now. But over here, once we enter the man's workspace, his really office area, we have the transition to hardwood floors. And take a look at this. This is incredible. He was big into technology and cameras and photography, all that type of stuff. There's a lot of cameras around this house and paintings, of course, since he was an artist. We can even imagine that he made all of these himself and he collected everything. It's booting up now. We see his spectacles still left behind here, and the keyboard's kind of gone dirty over the years, but it still works. All his files and everything is still left on the computer, and it's all unlocked too. It's really incredible. So here we have this background screen. It's a picture of a baby. I'm probably gonna blur this out. And right here we have all of his different files. We have so many photography folders, video folders, games as well. Oh my gosh. Let's click on photography. We'll see what's over here. There's just so much stuff. Look at all these files. He had a German trip. Talia, that was probably the name of his granddaughter. There's so many. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. Yeah, look at this. We're just gonna scroll through the photos and videos a little bit, but this was the man that lived in his home, and his granddaughter right here. They're at Target having a nice days out. Oh my gosh. This is a room in this house. What? Oh man. Oh my gosh. This is the living room. They're right. What? Wait, let's see that again. I don't think I took you guys to that room yet. But this is the main living room. Here are the stairs that we went up. And I mean, the statue's still here. That blue chair is still exactly right there. All that clutter on the stairs too. That plant, I mean, it's still exactly like they left it. Let's see if we can get some sound going.
I would quite like to do something. Do you have a favorite dinosaur? You like the big dinosaurs or the little ones? Little ones. Little ones. Those are my favorite.
But yeah, so we have pictures and, videos.
I think it fell on the floor.
That's his voice. Oh my goodness.
What difference it made. I could hear his speech just perfectly. Wow. I could understand everybody talking. Whereas with the old ones, I'd have to turn the volume way up to.
Just all his files are still here. There's so many of them. Different folders, different years. And it seems like he loved his family. It's really strange that they just let his home rot and they don't care about this at all. What do you think, dude? I mean, this is just so incredibly sad.
It really is. I mean, it puts a whole new perspective onto who lived here. It's like we see everything. It just left as it was. Even videos of the person, the man who lived here. And I mean, he seemed like a caring, kind person. Usually in older houses, you just see, photos and stuff like that. This house, it appears, was abandoned in 22, and it's more modern. I mean, the whole game has changed. You can see even more stuff about who lived in these homes. We have literal videos inside the house that you wouldn't see online anywhere. It's like a true time capsule, and you could even go back in time on the computer and see things just as it was before everything turned upside down. It's truly saddening. This is one of the more sad houses just because we get to actually see and hear who this person was. It's very sad.
Oh, I agree for sure. And I really hope this place gets saved and all these memories and valuables they don't just go to waste, because we already saw the garage just falling apart already, and I really hope it doesn't happen to the rest of the home.
It might end up being like that because in this state, they have liens on the power instead of just shutting off the power. And no one wants to pay a lien on an old home like that. So it's very evident that this home and many others like it that we haven't found are just going to end up rotting away. And this is just one of the more early stages of abandonment that you'll see. But this is how it always starts, I guess. So.
And I mean, after seeing all that, as Kaiser was saying, it definitely changes your perspective of the home. I mean, usually you don't know a lot about the person, but with this you really do, and it's just so saddening. All his paintings, big box of pills right here, all of them left behind. His porch going to the back, and right here we have his breakfast table. So this seemed to be his kind of dining room / workspace area. He could have his meals right here. A lot more camera lenses, lights. Still in the box too. What? J.S. Bach handle. Wow. Just so many of them. And so as we head around this place, we're just gonna, see more and more of what this man used to own and, live with every day. Before we go upstairs, I want to take a look at the rest of the first floor. And right here we have a familiar room. This is the angle pretty much that we saw in the home video. That's the blue chair they were sitting on. We have the plant right there, the stairs in the background. I mean, this is just incredible. They were right there on that chair in 2015. And now the home is just deserted. We can also see that, you know, the top of the stairs right here was always cluttered. They always kept stuff here for storage, and the big kind of pillar here. You know, some fake flowers that have not disintegrated yet. The picture of him most likely when he was younger. And by the windowsill, we can see that he had a combination of fake and real plants. The real ones have all died by now, and the fake ones are still, you know, lively and thriving, and everything outside is just growing up against his house. It's almost invisible from the road. You almost can't see it. And it was definitely abandoned during Christmas time too. Imagine them just having their celebrations in this room, the whole family just sitting around here, everyone at their own couch. And I mean, yeah, that's just long forgotten now. We have a fire in the fireplace, the wood still right here in these reserves. Yeah, and this will be the man. Oh my gosh, that's the same guy from the videos. We have a Christmas note. Hope you have a great Christmas and a great new year. All this stuff should be saved. I can't believe it's just still here. His memory is just being forgotten. I can't believe it. Shell collections from, you know, trips to the beach. This is definitely one of the most preserved and heartbreaking abandoned homes I've ever seen. And we do have just a corridor of rooms before we head upstairs. Spider webs just growing all around the ceiling. And the bathroom here with a good portion of mold, as you can see. We're pretty much right over the basement with the cars, and so I guess that makes sense. But I mean, walking in for, you know, a short amount of time, all this stuff still left behind. It's crazy to see, and all the mold as well. Let's get out of there. And this special room on the right, we're gonna save that for last, but I remember seeing that room in the videos on the computer. One of his bedrooms. I presume he slept downstairs here, and there's just so many weird stains over there. The question comes to mind, did he pass away on this bed? A lot of things are kind of rummaged through in boxes and whatnot. I think that might have been the family, you know, trying to get things out. But they didn't really, for some reason. Big reader guy, definitely into history, in the army. And yet another bedroom. This one a little bit more preserved. Big box computer, and right here all his jewelry just still left behind. It's fascinating to see, really. Family photos, glasses, right by his bed. And as we move along, here we have it. He was sitting right here on this chair. Kind of see the marks of, you know, him sitting here, all the wear and tear. But the TV, wow, it's incredible. The power of the light is just still on. In the background, we can hear the clock ticking. And all these decorative pieces are still on the shelves. Really is shocking. But one thing is for certain, he definitely loved his family, loved his things, loved his life, and now that he's gone, it's should be up to his family to really take all this and preserve his memory. Alright, so now I think it's time to head up the stairs and, see what's up there. All the clutter just here, kind of hard to pass through, but I guess they need some space to put it in. And up here is just fascinating. All of his art equipment and everything is kind of workspaces right over here. Look at this. It seems like he was in the middle of, drawing or painting this stuff when everything stopped. All his equipment here, the half-used paint and brushes, the coffee cup still there. I can imagine him coming here every morning, going to Dunkin', getting a coffee, and then right back here to work on his art. I mean, the closet's still filled with so much equipment. Just paint cans and other art tools and whatnot. From up here, we can get a really good view of the living room down below. My personal favorite room, very tall, has slanted ceilings, and as we look around, there's really no mold anywhere or water damage. It's just in the certain rooms. As we head along, we have 2 more rooms to see. This smaller bathroom and a place for him to sit while he takes his showers. His towel still hanging up. Wow, nothing was moved here. Look at all this. It seems like he had this open. The cologne bottle, some brushes, all that type of stuff just still left here. Wow. The moon positions might have been into astrology a lot. Let's put that right where we found it. And I presume, yep, look at that, the light still works. Man, that's incredible. And from this room, we actually have a door leading to the other one, but we're just gonna use the main entrance. So this one, it seems unfinished. I mean, the floor is just wood, some paint splatter everywhere, but I think that's just how he liked it. He was doing a lot of painting here. Didn't want to ruin any good flooring. Tons of statues and memorabilia on here. Look at that. Glass vase, $40 from Pier 1. A lot more beach stuff as well. But this seemed to be his proper painting studio, and we have some of his paintings just proudly displayed here. I don't blame them. They were pretty unique, pretty interesting for sure. Even down below, we have his Chase credit card. Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if, somewhere in these drawers, there's tons of money, tons of super expensive jewelry. Everything still seems to be here.
A short hour drive later, we arrive at Mr. Holmes' old house, which he had abandoned many years before, still with everything left behind.
Here we are at the other property of this man. So this one is a little bit strange. He just abandoned this one fully and just moved into the one we just explored. And he left everything left in this one too. We have one car here, one car, just super overgrown over there. And then behind us, this Honda motorcycle. Pretty crazy for sure. And I mean, look at all this. All the tools, just garage stuff still left behind, slowly decaying. But you could tell this one's been abandoned for a lot longer time. Yeah, look at this interior. Not that bad since we are under a garage, but I mean, it's been vandalized, as you can see. Let's keep moving on. Let's see the other car. There's like trees growing in the driveway. That's insane. And here we have the other one. Pretty beautiful too. This one's in definitely worse condition because it's not under a garage. Wow. This is nice car. See how many miles it has. If you can see, 34,000. So not too much. It was crazy. He just left his two cars behind. Wow, very strange. And now that we've seen the garage and the outside, I do want to check out the house just real quick. Everything is left inside here, but it is quite more decayed. And you're gonna see if we look through this window. Yeah. So some scrapper was cutting the pipes up. And yeah, so now it's just leaking. The water still works in this house. Look at all that. This is insane. There's like probably a foot of water here on the floor of this basement right now. It reminds me of the wet bandits from Home Alone. Hopefully the front door is open. We can actually get upstairs without going through the basement. Yeah. Because that's all flooded. Should we go through this way? Yeah. So folks, this used to be the driveway right here. And I mean, again, there's literally trees growing on it now. All right. Jeez. Well, right off the bat, a lot of decay and just vandalism all over. So this one's definitely a lot more known. Stairs down to the basement, all flooded, as we can see. And it's a similar layout to the house we were just in. But yeah, this is a pretty cool setup though. I like this actually. Really cool living room. Fake plants. His couch, TV, dartboard, just the usual things. I mean, with that comes all of the natural decay that's happening. It's literally falling in on itself. That really is insane. And then we have the kitchen right over here. All the food left behind. Everything on the stove still. This is insane. I can't even imagine this place when it was, still active and open and lived in. It must have looked so different than this. And I know this place is just gonna rot to the ground because no one wants to do anything with this, especially with the water still running. They have to pay all that. Empty fridge. Yeah, dude. Really cool setup for sure. Preserved really well, yeah. All his coats and whatnot hanging up, and here we have the hallway. Whoa, the floor sinking down heavy. All right, gotta be really careful here. Just this whole room is just overtaken now, falling to the ground already. Wow. Yeah, this is not going to be standing in 1 or 2 years. Oh my gosh. This is a dangerous house. This is cool though. It's kind of his main bedroom and little workspace area next to it. Had all this kind of science equipment and telescopes and whatnot. Very neat for sure. Of course, as we already know, very techie guy. Love computers and whatnot. This one is not going to work, unfortunately, but that's all right. And yeah, I mean, it's a small house. Definitely one of the smaller ones we've seen. But yeah, it was really cool to see though, for sure. All right, folks, so now we're ending off this video right here in the living room. And I mean, it was just an unreal experience being here in this house and seeing everything that was left behind. It was really heartbreaking, shocking to see that all this is just being forgotten and it's just rotting away slowly. All this, it's not even about the money, it's about the memories that are left here. And it's just crazy to see. And I really, really hope that this place is saved and isn't forgotten forever, like a lot of places. Comment down in the comments below what your favorite room was and your feelings about this place. And if you liked it, please like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.